on. Let me redo that. You would think I'd know what I was doing.
Now we're live.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't do something. I was like, I didn't hit go live. I was like, I thought it did it automatically. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm missing something. There's no showing me who all's on or nothing. I'm like, I need to hit live.
What's up, Harrelson? What's up, Phillips?
Hey, yeah, I don't have the chat, so I see who all's in here.
Frizzy, what's going on?
Frizzy's in here. Yeah, so we'll wait for some folks to hop on. I know we already got 5 or 6 folks, 7 actually watching. So give it a couple more minutes for individuals to make it on, and before we kind of dive into what we're going to be discussing here for the upcoming season. So a lot of good information, and hopefully everyone's happy with the lakes that we're going to be talking about. That's going to be on our schedule for next year. So yeah, it's got a lot of good stuff to talk about tonight. So yeah, real quick, just so topics that we are going to discuss is lake selection for next year's season, when the season starts, when it's ending, kind of, we're going to lay the blueprint out for that. We're going to dive into the open monthly challenge that we're going to start next month, and when registration is going to open up for next year's season. And then if you guys have any questions or whatnot, then you guys feel free to answer, but also drop in the comment section below so that we can bring it up on the screen and answer it as we're on the live tonight. But we're also going to go over the KBF lifetime membership. So if you guys recall on the last live, Thomas Woodring actually won the KBF lifetime membership, and he actually said that we can throw it back into the pool and figure out who gets it. We're gonna ask who in here plans on fishing any of the KBF monthlies or any of the trail seasons, so that we can make sure that it goes into someone who's actually going to utilize it, as well as the KBF bonus bucks. If there's anyone in the club that plans on fishing some of the trail events next year, comment below that you're interested or that you plan to participate in the KBF this year and following. And we'll put your name in a hat to draw for the lifetime membership, which is a $600 value, and then $250 in KBF bonus bucks, which could be used for entry fees into the trail events or really any event that you guys want in regards to any KBF event. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. And then next time we go live, we're going to be going more in depth into some rule updates, championship qualification standards, Angler of the Year qualification standards, and kind of how we're still putting together all the feedback that you guys have provided us through private messages or Facebook comments to that one post. We're still collecting all that data and trying to work through putting all that together so that we can build this club to be what we need it to be for next year. So yeah, we're excited about it. Even though we ain't fishing every monthly right now, me, Todd, and Sean and Chris Clutter have been hard at work trying to make sure we get off on the right foot for next season, so we don't skip a beat. So yeah, we'll wait for a couple more folks to hop on. I think right now we're at 12, so we'll give it another minute or so, and then we'll kind of jump in and we'll get started. I'll talk about kind of the open monthly challenge and the registration on Fishing Chaos and why we chose to go back to Fishing Chaos for next year. And then we'll jump into lake selection and the dates that we have for next season so that you guys can plan accordingly. Just note that we have not put a lake to a date yet. We have made the dates. We're sticking to the second Saturday of each month. But we're starting earlier, and we're going to get your feedback on when it ends. So we'll dive into that a little bit more later on into the live. But to start out, I'll go ahead and talk about this open challenge that we're doing. This is open to anybody and everybody. It's going to be on Fishing Chaos. It's going to be based off of just like Fishing Chaos or just like the KBF monthlies. However, we're going to do your best 10 fish in aggregate length. So it's going to take your best 10 fish. It's going to be a month-long event. It's going to be $30 to enter, and it's going to be strictly your longest 10 bass in total length, and then we will do a big bass, monthly big bass option as well. So there'll be a side pot for you to be able to purchase a big bass ticket as well. So this is open to everybody. You don't have to be a member of the club to do so. So it's just a way for us to kind of recruit and get more people involved with our club and interested. So, spread the word, get it out there. And if it's successful and we get a lot of participation in it, then we'll continue it. But if we don't, it's one of those things that we're just trying to do to kind of help fill that void during the off season for those that are still fishing tournaments. It's still a chance for you to win some money during those off seasons. So we asked if you guys want to do it, and we got really good feedback, so we're doing it. Look for that to be this July 1st will be the start of that. Registration for that is going to open up tonight. I'm going to build it out. So registration will open tomorrow. I'll build out the tournament platform tonight after this broadcast, and then it'll go live tomorrow for you. And if I run into any problems, I'll post on there, and if I have to make any changes, but I shouldn't have to do that. Yeah. So what's the minimum inch? It's going to be the same as if it is in any tournament. The 12-inch minimum is going to be the minimum for the monthlies. All rules still apply for those monthlies as they do in our regular season events. So you still got to be wearing your life jacket. You still got to be doing all of the necessary, all public water, right? You can't go fish a private body of water. It has to be publicly accessible. It's the same rules that apply if you were to fish the KBF monthly events. This is just something that we're going to try to see if you guys can, if it's something you guys like to do, and the participation's there. But yeah, that's going to be the open monthlies. We're going to try different formats throughout the year. So if you guys have an opinion on a way you might want to do a monthly virtual tournament, get with one of us and we can work on building that on Fishing Chaos. If you wanted to do like a weeknight event or a Sunday event or something like that and host it on Fishing Chaos, let me know. I can help you build that platform out, and we can do whatever you guys want to do. But again, participation's key in these. There's a lot of effort that goes into building it. If there's not very much participation, we'll just kind of nix it and we'll try something new. Next, we're going to talk about the registration for the 2022 or the 23-24 season. I'm working on building the new registration platform for us that should be able to go live starting next Monday. At the latest Tuesday on our next live, it will be live, so you guys will be able to register for next year's trail series. I don't know if a lot of you guys saw my Facebook post, but I'm going in and I'm having to delete everybody's membership from this past year's season. I'm doing that so that it doesn't auto renew your $50 membership. So what we're going to do, it auto defaulted to like a subscription, and that's not something that is suitable for us. So what we're going to do for this, it's going to be a one-time fee, and it will end at the end of our season. So you're not going to be charged for like $50 and not knowing it. We don't want to do that because people might forget, or they might not want to join this year because of whatever reason, and $50 gets withdrawn from their account because they forgot to cancel their subscription on Fishing Chaos. So I'm just going to go in and cancel everybody's, and we'll redo it and kind of reset for next year. So if you have any questions on that, there's nothing you got to do on your end. I'm going to do it all for all 72 on my end. to make it easy as possible for everyone. But yeah, registration will open. It's $50. When you get your whenever you register, you're going to get all of the club discount codes that we currently have on a welcome email. So you're going to get all of that and a bunch more information in a welcome email. So just pay attention to that and check your emails after you register for that. Our goal is trying to hit that 100 member mark this year. So spread the word. We had a very successful season this past year, so I don't see how 100 members is going to be that hard for us, just based off of the feedback that we've gotten from everyone. So we're excited about that. And if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, just reach out to one of us, and we'd be more than happy to help answer any of those questions. I do want to address why we chose Fishing Chaos. Again, for this year's tournament platform, we reached out right before the national championship for feedback on tournament platform recommendations. And we weighed the pros that we collected all that data, and a lot of you said it didn't matter, right? So if you said it didn't matter, we took that as Fishing Chaos as a platform, because that's something that we used this year and we found to be very useful from a tournament director and club admin standpoint. It's been very, very good. Our judges have done phenomenal with it, and that's not to say they wouldn't do a phenomenal job with Tourney X, but the Angler of the Year tracking and a lot of the new things that Fishing Chaos is doing and implementing here in the next couple months is going to be just outstanding for us moving into next year. There's a lot more features that they're bringing onto the platform that is going to streamline kayak bass tournament fishing. Like it's really good. I spoke with the developer this past week, and it's going to change the game on a lot of things that they're doing for just virtual tournament platforms in general. So it's going to be exciting. We're going to bring them on at some point and let them talk about what their changes they're making and how that's going to benefit us as anglers on the water. And if you have any suggestions on what they can do better, that would be a great time to bring it up to them so that they can hear from the anglers themselves. So not sure, I haven't pinned down a date on when they can come and hop on, but we definitely are going to have them on our live so that they can kind of talk about the future of Fishing Chaos. So yeah, that's kind of why we went that route. It's been great for us as tournament directors and our judging platform. And all the feedback we've gotten has been good from the majority of our members. So that's what I have. Todd, I know you have built out something for the lake selection. So if you want to pull that up, we'll go ahead and dive into lake selection and dates. Right. So if you guys look on the far right-hand side of this, you're going to see event dates. One big difference here is we're starting a month early. So October 14th, whereas we started this past year in November. We're starting a month early. The 14th is tentative. I reached out and I spoke with the Florida Bass Nation South tournament director today, and this event, I'm not going to say it has some conflicts with an event that they're trying to do. I'm not going to say what that event is. I'll let them be the one to say that. So there might be a change on the 14th, or we might try to work with them and fish that lake, so you can kind of double dip in that tournament and our tournament. So I'm going to keep that kind of on the down low until we get confirmation and let them bring out that information first. But we'll work on that. November 11th, December 9th, January 13th, February 10th, March 9th, April 13th, and May 11th. And you guys might be asking, well, which day are we going to be, which lake are we going to be fishing on which month? We need your feedback, right? So for those of you that fish Panisofsky, Toho, Instapoga, Harris Chain, Fellsmere, Kissimmee, and Lake O, when do those lakes produce the most fish in which month, right? So that's feedback that we're going to get from you guys. We're going to do some research ourselves, but that's why we haven't put a lake to the date yet. If you look on the far left-hand column, those are the lakes that we have so far. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? That is 7 lakes. But if you say, hey, Chris, that doesn't match the number of events we have, you're right. We're not telling you where the championship's going to be, because that's going to be determined a little differently this year. Just know that there's going to be a lake for the championship. And then there's another event that's not on this schedule that we're still ironing out the details on before we run it. We introduce it to you guys. So with that being said, Panosofsky had 8 votes towards the club, right? We said your input matters. So Panosofsky received 8 votes. Toho East and West, so you can fish Toho East or Toho West. That received a combined, it actually received over that. It received a combined total of 15 votes. Because it was Toho and then Toho East. That's a total of 15 votes. Instapoga received 10. Harris Chain received 11. Fellsmere and Stickmarsh received 11. Kissimmee, not the Kissimmee Chain, but Lake Kissimmee received 13 votes, and Lake O received 15. So there was a lot of other lakes that were on that survey that Sean posted, but those were onesie twosies. We went off of the pure numbers that you guys wanted to fish based off of the results that we got from that feedback. We said if we did a spinning wheel and a lake got chosen that maybe one person chose, what's the turnout for that going to be? So we wanted to make sure that we picked lakes that you guys want to fish. And it just so happened to be that 7 of them received that many votes, which was the vast majority of what we got as far as the feedback. So is there anything y'all want to add, Sean or Todd, to that? Because I know, Sean, you were dealing with this more than I was.
So I think you covered everything. So never mind.
Okay, yeah. So just know there's 2 events that are going. That one that could possibly be added in the championship. So we want to get your guys' feedback and drop this in the comment section below. This isn't set in stone. The only thing that's really set in stone at this moment is the lakes, based off of your feedback. And we're starting in October. And what we're trying to figure out is, are you guys okay with doing 7 regular season events and the 8th one being a championship? Or do you guys want to have 8 regular season events and the 9th one being the championship? So drop that in the comment section below right now. The feedback that we get, we're going to discuss, and then we will move on with that. But just drop in the comment section below what you guys think, because we're trying to end the season either before school lets out and summer break starts, or do we end in May with 8 regular season events and then take a month off and then do our championship after a 30-day break? However, with that, we do 8 regular season events and end in May, take June off, July is hot, and the storms that roll in the afternoon could interfere with your fishing, right? And I know the last year KAF was on, they did that, and in July, or when I think it was August is when y'all's event was, the storms were really, really bad, and people were having to rush off the water. So that's the last thing we want to do. If you guys are okay with doing 7 regular season events and the 8th event being the championship, that's good. We are going to have a 9th event. One month we are going to double up. So that's going to be it's going to be a fun month. So I'll just leave it at that. Kenneth said, I like 8 regular and a championship after a break. So again, your guys' feedback is something that we're going to look for on that as well to help make it, something. So 7 plus championship, Mitchell. David, we are in the process of breaking down all the qualification standards for championship, angler of the year, everything. that is going to be discussed on our next live. We are making sure we have everything ironed out and squared away before we bring it to your guys' attention. That's going to take a lot of work. So for those of you that are saying 7+ championship, that's 7 regular season and the 8th event being a championship, correct? That's how I'm taking that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And the championship being in May.
Yeah. Are y'all good with? Yeah.
So.
And are you guys good with the championship being that May 11th? Or would y'all want it to be at the end of May, so that kind of gives you guys some time? Would you guys like the championship to be a little bit later on? Just be mindful, we are trying to not to deconflict with some of the other trails in the state of Florida. So just be mindful of that as well when it comes to your guys' decisions there. Also, real quick, end of May. Okay. May 11th is Amy Brown's birthday, so that would be a good birthday present for her to win. So yeah, just drop in the comment section below, and then we'll kind of look back over it. I know Todd's monitoring the comment section below, so pretty much right now we got a lot of seven regular season events, and the championship being the 8th. Are you guys okay with the? We're going to do a double up 1 month where we have 2 events, and it's going to be in the middle of the season. And we'll discuss a little bit more about that next week. So that's the week of Mother's Day. Good luck with that one, May 12th. So you guys also have to understand with that, yes, that's definitely something that we need to take into account, but we also have 4 weeks in the month, and Bass Nation having events, Slay Nation has events. So it's just at that point, you guys are going to have to.
And the end of the month is Memorial Day weekend too. So
yes. So do we take a break and then go into June? Like middle of June then. So that's something we're gonna talk about. Again, these aren't necessarily the date set in stone. So if we push it out to June for the championship, that's something we'll talk and we'll review these comment sections below. And for those of you that weren't able to make it on the live, we're not going to make some rash decision. So for those of you that aren't watching live and kind of watching a little bit later, drop a comment section below, and then by the time we go live on our next podcast, we'll be able to bring that to your guys' attention for how that championship.
And one of the reasons, if you don't mind me jumping in here real quick, that we thought about May instead of June is because a lot of the members mentioned that June they leave to go on vacation. They couldn't make this one, and May would be better. So that's kind of why we was looking at May here. So
yes. Or is it the first week of May? Because you're going to have 2 weeks after April to pre-fish or whatever you need to do. And then I see somewhere someone says May 4th. Yes, we just got to look at the schedules for other trails as well. I got the tentative schedule for the Bass Nation South Division, and I was able to look at that today, and we don't conflict with any of their stuff as long as theirs stays the same. So we'll look into that. Also, we are going to be double dipping, and allowing you guys to double dip. There's 1 or 2 of these events. We're going to team up with the Florida Bass Nation, the North, most likely. That's where we're figuring that out, and the Central Division, and most likely the South. So there might be 1 event or 3 events next year that you're going to be able to double dip in our trail and the Florida Bass Nation trails in the Central, South, and North Division. By just a show of hands in a comment below, how many of you guys would be willing to travel up north to fish Lake Talquin? It's a fishery up there, and we're wanting to team up with, or Seminole or something. How many of you guys would be willing to travel to the northwest part of Florida in the Panhandle to double dip and fish with the North Bass Nation? So I got Chris Mitchell, Amy Brown. Robert, I don't know what no is. No to, is that no to going up north? Okay, so which lake, if you were to go up north, which lake would you guys want to fish? Drop that in the comment section below so we can work with the tournament director for the North Division to make sure that we put people on the lakes that they were willing to travel to go compete at. So just drop that in the section below. I know me and Sean have talked about Talquin because they have spotted bass up there. That'd be pretty cool to go up there and catch. But yeah, just drop it in the comment section below. And
I read that. I read that. I don't know how true it is. I have to go find out.
We have to fish it to find it out, right?
Yep.
Okay. So yep. Just we're wanting to team up with those, and the Florida Bass Nation. I've done it a couple times this year. I won one of their events at Tannerock. The same members that fish our events and our same members, they go out there and they fish Bass Nation too. So I think it just makes sense for us to, if you got the opportunity to potentially win double the money, why not do it, right? We're going to continue to run the tournament the same way we normally ran our tournaments this year. It's just going to give you guys the opportunity to double dip in tournaments. With that, if you've never double dipped in any of those tournaments, know our trail, we use Fishing Chaos. And we have an identifier card. Bass Nation uses Tourney X, and they have their specific identifier card. So understanding, and you got to abide by, both rules. So it's not saying that it can't be done. It just there's extra things that you're going to have to do, or we're going to have to do as anglers to make sure that we're abiding by FKBT rules and regulations and the Bass Nations. With that, you're also going to have to you'll be an FKBT member, and in order to compete in the Bass, you will have to be a Florida Bass member as well and have to pay those dues and fees. But they have a state championship where this year they're doing $5,000 cash and a chance the winner, or there's like a PA 14360 being given away. So that's their state championship this year. And their qualifications are I don't know if they're going to change for next year, but just make sure if you're going to double dip that both sides and rules for both. They're not drastically different, but just be aware of that so that you're squared away. You don't have to double dip. You can just fish bass or you can just fish the FKBT. It doesn't matter. We're just going to provide you guys that opportunity because that's the consensus of the feedback that we have received from you guys. So we're listening. We're not just asking it and not paying attention to it. So Sean just went bye-bye. Is he okay? Sean, you good?
Yeah, my phone rang.
Okay. So if any questions, comments, or concerns on the schedule, I see a lot of people are interested in that traveling. If you're watching this from home or if you're watching this after the live, drop a comment in there below. If you're interested in traveling up north to the Panhandle, and if so, which lake would you be willing to travel for? And we will work with the North director to try to see what we can do to make that work. That's what I got for that. What else do we have to cover? General discussion. What you guys got to add? I'm done talking for a minute. We're going to be at ICAST.
That is true.
So me, Todd, Sean, and Chris Clutter are going to be helping set up I'm not going to say the company. I'll let Todd if he wants to say that. But we're going to be helping a company set up and tear down, and they got us some passes to where we can go in, and we're gonna spread our club's name out everywhere to try to help build that relationship within the kayak community. So we're excited about that, and we're gonna be sharing a lot of information with you from everything that we gather from there, and hopefully some potential new sponsors maybe. So it's good stuff. So Todd is hooking us up. This man, he's a businessman. He is doing amazing things for us in the club when it comes to sponsors. He's doing business cards because I know Harrelson and a couple other were like, hey, we need flyers to promote our club out into local bait and tackle shops. You got them already?
Yeah.
Put it up to the screen. Hey, show it. Hold on. I'm going to make you the number in the middle or the main. Oh, not me. No. Where's it at? There we go. So we're going to hand out some business cards for you guys to post into your in your bait and tackle shops or to hand out. But yeah, you can definitely. We are going to be building flyers out too once we get the schedule built and everything official. We're going to send out some flyers. We're going to put the QR code from Fishing Chaos to how to sign up and register for the club. We'll put that QR code on that flyer as well so people can scan it, and it'll take them right to our registration page for the club. So when is that event? Chris Arazi, we don't have a date on that Northern event yet. We are going to work with the Northern Tournament Director to see out of these 8 months or out of these 7 months up there, which would be the one to go up to the north to fish. So other than that, that's any other questions? I see Seminole on there. What's going on, Scott? I see you just hopped on. But yes, we are in the process now of getting all of the. We're going to start getting the rules updated. We've been talking about it, but we're going to start putting pen to paper this coming week to get everything official, finalized, and kind of squared away so that we can present to you guys those updates as soon as possible. No major changes. Again, this isn't going to be a shock to any of you guys. We literally listen to your feedback. So, I mean, these changes really shouldn't be drastic or catch anybody off by surprise. So, yeah. That's next thing we can talk about is the KBF lifetime membership and the bonus bucks. Todd, you wanna talk about that, or you want me to?
Yeah, I mean, I can.
Yeah.
That'd be fine. Just correct me if I say something wrong here.
Oh, you're good.
So for the lifetime membership, what we were thinking about doing, I think you already mentioned this earlier, is Thomas said just put it back in and give it out to someone else. So we were talking about it, and instead of just doing a random drawing and somebody getting it that may not actually use it, we just decided to take, from you guys to put in some feedback of whether you would use it or not. If you're fishing KBF events, we wanted to go to somebody that's going to use it. So please, put in the comments or, share with us over this next week that if you fished KBF events, let us know. And that way we can put you in the drawing for it.
Yeah, and I'm going to make a post too, Todd. So I'll make a post on our members only page, say KBF bonus bucks and lifetime membership giveaway. And you guys comment below, and if your name's in the comment section below, comment, not like, but in the comment section. If your name's in the comment section, you'll get added to the spinning wheel. Sean, Todd, and I will spin the circle, and we will post the winner on that on our next live.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And we feel like that's a fair way to do it, and for someone to get it that will actually use it, all the way around. So,
yeah.
And that goes along with the $250 bonus bucks that pays for the event, whether it's a trail event, the challenges, whatever it is. That $250 can go towards that.
Yes. And also, if you're interested in fishing the KBF National Championship this year, I'm going to talk with Chad and figure out what he can do For our club, since we are the KBF Ambassador Club in the state of Florida, I think we're the only one actually. I know last year he gave us some slots to fill, so we are going to look at that. So if you guys already qualified through the challenge series, are already qualified in some shape, form, or fashion for the national championship, let us know if you plan on being there. I'll make a post on our members only page who plans to attend the national championship, and then I'm going to talk with Chad and see how many spots he can give our club, and then we're going to issue those out to members that did really well in Angler of the Year points if you want to go, and then if not, then it'll be based off of who wants to go, so we can fill those spots, so we can have Florida Kayak Bass Trail members representing our club at the national championship. So if that's something you're interested in, I'll make a post here after the video, after this ends, and just comment again below if that's something you're interested in. He put the dates on it. I think it's the 19th, October 19th, 20th, and the 21st is the national championship. I think those are the correct dates when I watched his live last night or the other day. And it's going to be on Gunnersville, correct? I believe it's going to be on Lake Gunnersville this year. And another lake, the lake that's near it. I don't know what that lake is. It's Gunnersville and something else. So I'll post all that information. I'll actually probably share what Chad Hoover's thing is already. Wilson. I'll share all that information for you guys, and we'll possibly bring Chad back on to our broadcast for him to talk. Wheeler. That's right. It's Wheeler, not Wilson. Wheeler. Wheeler and Gunnersville. And we'll have him kind of talk about the championship like he did last year. So, yeah. And then, if you guys don't know, Sean, he is competing in his first kayak bass team event this coming weekend on Fellsmere. So if you wondered why he's in his truck, he is out pre-fishing. I'm just going to say, I don't know if I can say this or not, but I'm just going to say there was a really big fish caught there today. I'm not saying who caught it.
I think Conrad's on here. He just got let know that it was in his spot. So we're beating the hell out of his honey hole today. So
did y'all say how big it was?
It was like 30 inches. No, it was a 25.
A 25-inch bass that was caught today out there on Fellsmere. So you got, wish Sean luck. The KBT is going live on YouTube or Facebook, Sean?
It should be on Facebook. If you get on the Swamp Donkeys Facebook page, they'll be streaming it live on there.
Yeah, and he's not the only FKBT member that is out representing some shape or form on the KBT this weekend. We have quite a few. I know Conrad, Sean, G, Ellen,
Buzz will be out there.
Buzz is out there. We have Nathaniel
Jonathan
Holly.
Ellingwood. Yeah, Nathaniel will be out there.
We have a ton of Florida Kayak Bass Trail members that have been picked up to be on one of four. You'll have 4 teams out there in Florida, 3 or 4.
It'll be 4 teams on the water this weekend.
Four teams on the water, and a lot of our members are going to be out there competing against one another. So good luck out there to all of you that are going to be competing out on Fellsmere. Be safe. For those of you that don't know, I'm going to talk about this now. Jonathan Ellington, he is a member of our club. He came out and fished Fellsmere with us, and then he kind of he didn't. I don't think he participated. He only participated in the first one this past year, but he was out there last weekend and got picked up and thrown away out of his kayak due to a tornado that just came out of nowhere. Luckily, everybody was safe, but there was quite a few people there to kind of help him. But he's a bigger guy, and it picked him up and threw him like he was nothing in his kayak, and he lost a lot of stuff. So as a community, we're pretty close. So if you guys can, we can probably put together like a GoFundMe or something and help him out as much as we can so that, he minimal loss as possible when it comes to that. But thank God he was safe. Last weekend, Greg Thomas, I think, was out there. He's the tournament director for the Central Bass Nation. He went out there and a gator attacked him. So be safe out there for sure. It is mating season or right around that time. So if y'all are out there fishing, be safe. Don't mess with them. And have a good time.
They already laid their eggs down at Fellsmere.
Well, that's even worse.
Hey, if you go to the kayak launch, you'll see them. They're all hatched already.
Yeah, you guys be safe out there. I know I wish I could be out there. I have family coming in, but I was going to be out there to take pictures this time, but I'm not going to be able to make it. I got family in town and got to spend time with the wife in this off season. So good luck to you guys that are out there on fishing the KBT stuff. Sean, I wish you extra luck. Hopefully you put the hammer down on them. Nothing against nobody else, but Sean, you my dude. I wish you nothing but luck, and hopefully you catch a 25-inch out there on Saturday.
I'll give it the college try.
I mean, we've put in a lot of time and effort out there, so you know where they're at. So.
Oh yeah. We know where they're at.
So
get on the birthday pattern this weekend.
Yeah, I know. When your birthday's coming up.
Yeah, tomorrow.
I know.
Tomorrow. It's not Saturday. But it'll be the birthday pattern for the weekend. So
everybody, we're gonna sing "Happy Birthday" to Sean real quick.
Nah, not yet.
But everybody wish Sean a happy birthday tomorrow. I know we just had quite a few birthdays this past week, as well throughout the club. I've noticed it on Facebook. So happy birthday to all you Florida Kayak Bass Trail members out there within the past week or two. There's been quite a bit. So happy. Oh. There is one more thing I forgot. One more thing that I forgot to talk about, and it has to do with the raffle. Should we talk about it?
Talk about it next live.
Okay. We talk about that next month.
Yeah, we'll talk about that once we iron out those details. But we have a cool raffle that we might we're gonna talk about next month, or not next month, our next live, which should be Tuesday or Thursday of next week. So, yep, that's all I got, guys. What else you guys have to bring to the table?
I guess this might be another thing that we may want to get from our viewers too, or members. Do they prefer Tuesdays or Thursdays?
Yeah, and time.
And times. Does the 7 work better than the 8? You know, we kind of felt like 7 is kind of a little bit better. That way, people can get done and get to bed early instead of late. So. Yeah. Y'all let us know. We got a Tuesday.
Scott, man, we appreciate you just coming in there with the 7 is better. Day doesn't matter, Mitchell. Ooh, we can bring Mitchell on too. He's a little entrepreneur over here. We'll bring Mitchell on here and let him talk about some of his new adventures that he's going to be going on. I'm not going to ruin it for him because he might not want me to say anything. But there might be a podcast that we bring Mitchell on and let him kind of talk. Y'all wish Mitchell that a speedy recovery. He's kind of down and out. He had a surgery, so wish him well so he can get back on the water. Sooner than later. We miss him out there. Mitchell is making mittens right now. He can't fish, so he's doing something. He's making money moves is what he's doing. So. We're looking forward to that. So, yeah. No, but Talia, thanks for bringing that up.
Somebody take Mitchell out on the boat and give him some little fishing rod with a shiner on the end of it.
Use that little Barbie rod.
Yeah. So Chris said, "What's good for you guys?" So we're hosting it. We all work. Todd works harder than all of us, but I think for us, any day for us, but 7 o'clock is definitely a way better time for us. So, that's why we've kind of stuck to it moving forward. Less competition.
Yeah, I got 3 kids that I got to put to bed.
Yes. So, well, not today. I mean, you're out camping.
Not today. Yeah. I'm camping today.
So, that's been good. We got a lot of feedback on here. Frizzy Zamora, he's going to be a new member next year that we have on here. If you guys know folks that are interested in the kayak bass fishing scene, by all means, spread the word. I know Amy Brown and Wendy Biles went out and fished with Old Lady Angler this past weekend. That's great. Hopefully we can get her to come out and fish some of our events next year. She is an absolute hammer. for those of you, you probably watch her YouTube videos. She's really good and catches some really big fish consistently throughout the year. So that'd be cool. But if you guys know of people who are interested, spread the word. Let them know. Give them our information. We'd love to get in contact with them and help them answer any questions they may have about the fishing scene. But to be fair, you guys can answer the questions. You guys probably know more than what we do. So provide them your experience with the club and let's get them to join and let them get the benefits of some of the discounts that we have as well. So, yeah, we appreciate you guys hopping on and kind of listening to us talk about next year. Again, we're finalizing a lot of stuff for the qualification standards and some minor rule changes and whatnot. So just stay tuned for that to come in the future.
Yeah, there's not going to be major rule changes at all. It's just going to be very, very minor. Just tighten it up a little bit more.
Yeah. Yes. So.
And any new members are in the running for Rookie of the Year next year too.
Yeah, we are going to have a Rookie of the Year next year. So.
Yeah.
Do I get to play? Do I get to participate in that?
No. Everybody was a rookie this year.
Everybody, yep. So any new member for next year, we're going to make it in the registration process. Is this your first year fishing with the club? If it's a yes, you get entered into a pool for Rookie of the Year. And I will give you this. I will give you a hint to one of the major changes, and it has to do with Angler of the Year. Angler of the Year is going to be determined a little differently next year, and I'll leave it at that. And we'll talk about that more next year, but there is going to be a slight change to that standard, so that it'll go to the. I'm not saying it definitely went to the right person this year, but next year, Todd brought up a really good point, and it's something that we'll apply for next year for sure. So awesome. That's all I got, guys. That was done in 47 minutes. That's easy.
Record time.
Hey, if we can keep it streamlined and not just rambling, you keep me and Sean from rambling, we're good. Like I'm doing right now. I'm just extending it because I don't want to leave. I like everybody that's on here and everyone we're talking to, but that's all we have for you guys. Comment below. Again, we're going to make some posts. Your input matters. I'm going to say that over and over again. Your input does matter. We listen to it. So you guys go out there this weekend. If you're fishing, be safe. Be smart on the water. Weather can pop up just like that in a nick of time. So be prepared. Sean, you can watch Sean's tournament. We will share it on our members only page or our public page. I'll have Sean share the link for his the Facebook live.
Yeah, I'll share it. You can watch the stream on the Swamp Donkeys Facebook page. I'll share it to the members only page and the public page, and I'll share it on my page, and I'm sure Bailey will share it and everything. So
yeah, it's not just Sean.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it also streams on Roku on one of the apps on there, right?
Yeah. Check out Conrad. Conrad made a post earlier. It outlines if you guys are friends with Conrad. If you're not, friend request him. He made a post earlier today, and I'll make a post also, just so you guys have access to that.
And it's not just Sean. It's going to be everybody.
Yeah, you got Ghost Town Rod Slingers, the Slayers, the Swamp Donkeys, and the best team in Florida, the Hooligans. That's so they claim. And
Nice. Well, good. Yeah, good luck to you guys out there. But yeah, definitely be safe, Sean, and the rest of the crew that's going to be out there fishing.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to bring that up. Hey, yeah. Those storms, they moved in today. Like we were in the South Canal, and the wind went from 0 to like 35 in a matter of seconds, and I could barely keep my kayak in a straight line. It was blowing me sideways so bad. and but it came in quick and it left quick. So yeah, just be careful out there. You guys all seen it on social media. I don't know. Sometimes it's if you're way down and if you're on Phillipsmere and you're way down in there, go bury that kayak in the reeds and hold on, power pull down and hold on, pull all your rods down out. That's what I do. It may not be the right thing, but I try and get on the wind protected side and ride it out if you have to. But or if you can get off the water safely, get off the water safely. It's no. But I know Mitchell was there. I was there. We got zapped on Toho one time, probably 3-4 years ago. I had a lure on the water and it struck the water like I don't know, maybe less than 100 yards. And like I felt it go through my arms and my legs. And I don't really mess around anymore. So
yeah,
but
and real quick, guys, too, can y'all please like our Facebook posts as well when we do our lives? Just go there and like that so that we use this data when we're giving it to our when we're reaching out to new sponsors. So anytime we go on a live and you guys view it, that adds to our social media numbers, but also and then if you can, please to subscribe to our Florida Kayak Bass Trail YouTube channel. That's going to be used a little bit different next year as well. We're going to open that up to folks if they want to share some of their own videos, fishing videos to it. You guys can we might open that up to where it can be more like informational things of that nature, so to help kind of promote our club in a positive way. Next year, I'm going to do a better job of streaming our award ceremonies and all of that as well, and making sure that we upload and do like tournament recap videos and posting it on there where we highlight our winners, our sponsors, and fish that were caught. So we're gonna try to do something. I'm gonna work on that piece on how to edit and kind of build that. So yeah, we're trying to build this brand to where it highlights our anglers, our members, and our sponsors in a way that they can also get viewership as well. So just be thinking about that. Your guys' support and throughout this year has been amazing. We truly are thankful, and we have some of the best. We have the best anglers in the state, a part of our club, and we can't be any prouder of that. And your wife, Sean, got on here. This is Sean's wife. Hey, I know his birthday before I know my own wife's birthday. To be fair, I did. I just got questioned with Todd. Todd was on here a minute ago. My wife was like, you can't have an event on November 11th. That's my birthday." She was testing me. Her birthday is November 12th, not 11th. So I can fish on Saturday as long as Sunday I'm home and take care of her. So that's what I'll be doing. So, but also check out this merchandise. Van Hunks sent out some merchandise too. You guys hit them up. They're doing their summer bash sale. If you guys are in the market for a kayak, an inflatable, a longboard, any sort of saltwater or freshwater, let's just block Mitchell out.
Hey, since Kate's watching, I'll tell her where I'm at right now. What does that bag say? Bass Pro Shop?
Mitchell, I'm waiting for an hour. That's the max that we're going today. But Jeff Gallagher said it would be cool if we occasionally had members talk about lake breakdowns. I know a lot of the members are still newer to fishing. I'm still learning. I think that could be cool. Yeah, so Tuesday nights we can do our main like member like club stuff. And then if there's another night where you guys would like to do lake breakdowns to kind of help some of those newer anglers or newer folks to Florida fish in Florida out, yeah, we can definitely do that. That's definitely something. We can open up this live stream platform and do that, no problem. I think that would be a good learning experience for everybody, including myself. So
hey,
we got some.
Chris Mitchell will give you all his honey holes. Just shoot him a message.
Actually, there's going to be a way for you to find out what Chris Mitchell's honey hole are, but I'll let him talk about that. Chris Mitchell, you keep making comments, I might ramble something else. So. Yeah. I'm just kidding. I'll let him do that. I'm his hype man. I'm Chris Mitchell's hype man. So, But yeah, that's all I got, guys. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. As we talked about those topics, fishtips.com.
That is a real thing. That is a real thing. You're going to pay a pretty penny, though.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, that's all I have, guys. Sean or Todd, you guys have anything else? I'm done rambling. I'll listen to Mitchell.
Good to go. Thanks for joining us. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Good luck this weekend, Sean.
Appreciate it, sir.
Good luck, Sean. Good luck, guys, that are competing out there this weekend. Share some of your pictures and successes on our page.
I'm just trying to pass up Frizzy this weekend. Hey, that's it. That's it. I'm trying to pass up Frizzy.
Hey, we'll talk about that later. All right, guys. Peace out, tight lines, and have a good weekend. And we will see you next week on Tuesday at 7 p.m.